Most people can suffer through it. The people that bought a house in 1971 and kept it until now are probably not complaining about inflation at all. You have to agree that since 1971 the amount of innovation has skyrocketed. The amount of innovation, if it were to be charted, probably looks a lot like the US national debt. Logically, you would think if we had gotten so much better in building houses over the last 100 years, wouldn't it make sense that the costs of a new house would stay the same, maybe even drop? The difference is the printed money. The production of houses, especially with all the house building innovations that happened, cannot keep up with the money being created out of debt. Therefore, house prices increase drastically, not because house production cannot keep up, but simply because money printing is out of fucking control. I mean, just look at how bizarre that debt chart is. I would not be writing this if the result of printing that much money would be that everyone owned a decent house and everyone had all their basic needs, including all human rights, covered. Or maybe just a small step in that utopian direction. But that just isn't so. Instead, things keep getting worse. I highly suggest that you start calculating this stuff for yourself. Look at prices from the past, compare them to now, and do the same for wages. It is important to look at the difference between how much of a product or service you could buy in the past with the according salary and how much you can buy of a product or service in current times with current salaries. What you will find is that, first off, all the numbers increased. Why is that? Simply, more money in the system. Second, you will find that you will have to work longer for the same or less amount of products and services than before. How long does it take to save for a house? It took 2.4 years to save for a house in 1971. This number corresponds with the numbers on the 1971 cost of living image. New house 1971 equals $25,200, average income equals $10,622 per year, equals 2.37 years. New house in 2022 equals $454,900, average income equals $54,132 per year, equals 8.4 years. You can't save every single dollar you earn for 2.37 years straight to then buy a house. You most likely need some of that money for food, rent, fun, etc. Working for 8.4 years straight while saving every single dollar you earn is mathematically more than 3 times more difficult than 2.37 years. Again, I challenge you to gather the data and calculate the differences in purchasing power for yourself using anything. In almost all cases, you will find not only that everything has become more expensive, but also that wages have not increased enough to maintain the amount of time you have to work to be able to buy the same amount of anything. People think that time is money. Your precious, limited, unique to your experience conscious time can be used to get money. The opposite is true. Money is time. People don't spend the most precious thing in the universe just to accumulate money. People risk losing their time to increase the quality and possibly the quantity of their future time. We simply use technologies like money to achieve that goal. When someone has the ability to print money out of thin air and the rest of the people are trapped having to use that money, the person with the money printer is stealing time from everyone else. Even when the printed currency is divided and handed out equally amongst everybody, inflation will systematically increase the prices of the most demanded products, resulting in people having to spend more of their time to receive not only less time, but also worse time.